You're listening to the Manage My Home podcast, the podcast for property owners who would like help with their rental properties. This show is based on the RPM WV Phoenix team's experience in leasing and managing homes and will give you useful advice and tips to succeed with your rental property. And now, from Phoenix, Arizona, here is Lisa from RPM WV Phoenix.
This is Lisa, and thank you for joining me on Manage My Home for this month. This month, what we're going to be talking about is things to look for in your investment property purchase here in the Metro Phoenix area. So we have put together this little cheat sheet here because all of our clients that we assist in property purchases for investment purchases always ask us these type of questions. So the first, and you'll notice that we have circled or squared or highlighted the ones of the question that we would recommend. So our first point here is the 1-story home versus the 2-story. So here in the Phoenix metro area, you're definitely going to want to look for the 1-story home. A lot of people that don't live here or aren't from here don't recognize just how high the electric bill can be here in the summer due to the AC. So a lot of renters are very in tune with that. And so they will typically always go for a 1-story versus a 2-story. The next one we see here, and this has become more of a question as home prices go up, because I know people are trying to stay within certain budgets. And so one of the things that they'll do is they'll look at maybe buying a 2-bedroom versus a 3-bedroom. Definitely not something we recommend. A 2-bedroom is going to be significantly harder to rent than the 3-bedroom, just because most families need at least a minimum of 3 bedrooms. I mean, if it's parents and then there's one child and then they want to have 1 bedroom as a guest room. So again, we would go with the 3-bedroom there. This is another one that we see quite a bit too. We will see owners looking to purchase 16 to 1700 square feet 4-bedroom homes. We would always recommend, if possible, to go with the slightly larger square footage with the smaller bedroom count. So in our example, this is just an example, but our 1700 square foot that's a 4-bedroom versus our 1800 square foot that's a 3-bedroom, we would recommend the 3-bedroom, because in the 4-bedroom, what's going to happen with the square footage is you're going to end up with 4 really small bedrooms and not much living space, which isn't going to appeal to a renter who has lots of furniture. Where if you go with the larger 3-bedroom, you're going to get 3 really good sized bedrooms, and then chances are you're going to get more of a living. Like you might get formal living, dining, and a den. So we would always suggest to go with the bigger square footage, the smaller bedroom count. Then the next little piece we're going to go into here are the type of properties. So single family is what we would recommend over condo or a townhome. Couple reasons. A lot of people like the single family. They like the idea of getting some kind of yard, especially if they have kids or pets. It also competes against only other single family homes. So in our first example here, the single family versus the condo, we would definitely suggest the single family. We would suggest the single family over the townhome, but we would suggest the townhome over the condo. This is because a lot of times with the townhome, you're maybe able to still get a garage, or you might even get like a little patio that's maybe just like a piece of a cement slab, but at least it's a little something where a renter could put a chair and a table, or just that a little bit extra space that you don't get with a condo. Condos also, keep in mind, they're going to compete against everything. So they're going to compete against single family homes, other condos, townhomes, and they're also going to compete quite a bit with apartments. So then you're looking at having to do different kind of rental deals, such as, limited security deposits, no security deposits, months off of rent. So they definitely are going to have the most competition out there. And now our question this month comes from some property owners out of the Washington State area. And they are wondering if you can ever be entering the property too often when there's a tenant in place to be considered intrusive. And I do think, in our opinion, I do think there is kind of a fine line. We certainly don't want to have homeowners that are going over to the home on a monthly basis, even bi-monthly basis, if, doing landscaping services. I mean, tenants will find that to be somewhat intrusive. We recommend, if you wanted to go in and do like an inspection, we recommend every 6 months, because this way, every 6 months you're not going in very often, and chances are your tenant won't find it intrusive. Of course, with proper notice, the homeowner always has the right to enter the home, but we have seen some sort of situations where tenants have elected to move just because the homeowner is coming into the property so often that they feel like their privacy is being interrupted. So our rule of thumb is we say it's a good idea not to enter any more than every 6 months. Thank you for joining us, and join us next month.